Okay, so this is part 2. We left off. We were talking about a good definition of at risk, one that made sense, and that was that at risk was when students, notice the emphasis on students, are experiencing a significant mismatch between their circumstances and needs, and on the part of the school, the capacity or willingness of the school to accept, accommodate, and respond to them, meaning the students, in a manner that supports and enables the students' maximum social, emotional, intellectual growth and development. Big mouthful, one of the longest sentences I've ever written, but let's go over it and see what it means. It means that it's not about fault and guilting kind of fault. It's about dynamics, and it's saying, almost like in the laws of physics, that we've got a mismatch. That something's here, something's down here, they don't go together, and it's about the student's circumstances, and don't forget their needs. So we're talking about a needs-based learner needs, not society needs, school needs, legislature needs, community needs. Their needs means the student's needs, and the school's capacity or willingness to accept, accommodate, and respond to the students in a way, not just respond, says, oh, we see, you got a problem, but it responds in a meaningful way that supports and enables the students' growth and development in these 3 areas. So that's where we left off. So the next question is, that's all well and good, but what's that going to take? Well, it takes a special kind of teacher. And this is the reason we have the DIAL program, is to help, not create, but to bring out, to uncover, to encourage teachers who encourage students who may be discouraged, who feel down, depressed, defeated, who have lost hope, who feel like there's no help. That's what we mean by discouraged. So we've got a special kind of teacher who knows how to encourage kids in those conditions and to reach the unreachable, meaning nothing is beyond our grasp. Nothing is beyond accomplishment. Nothing can stop us from helping a student in those discouraged, troubled, deficient areas. It also means that we have teachers who know how to overcome desperation with inspiration, who know how to be enthusiastic without being patronizing or Pollyannas, who know how to bring out the courage, the strength, and the willingness within the student that's there already to get a hold of their life, and with the teacher's guidance and others can develop to their fullest potential. And so that means that, of course, this is really significant, I think. It's not just a matter of overcoming, it's a matter of overwhelming. We're going to overwhelm people. Overwhelm, a tidal wave, because that's what it's going to take to change things. We aren't going to just do it with a little tinkering around, a little program here and a little shaping up and polishing and repainting there. We need to overwhelm and bring in a whole new perspective and a whole wave of energy and effort and resources and people. Resources includes people, to just overcome the resistance to change, to doing something about these kids. You know, you've heard why bother, why throw good money away, etc., etc. To overcome that kind of resistance is going to take an overwhelming effort. And it's going to take a persistent effort over time. We are in it in the long haul. Just speaking of myself, this is my life. This is what I've been here for decades working at, and I'll never quit until something makes me quit. So it's just what it takes. So we're in this together, or we're not in it at all. To reach the at-risk students, we need to have this critical ingredient called willingness. Willingness to restructure our context. Again, not just touch it up with a little paint and caulking compound, but to restructure our context so that we're really looking at collaboration with all of us working together, including the students. You know, the students saying, basically, yeah, I know I got things I need to work on, and I'm part of the plan to help overcome those obstacles or barriers or deficiencies or whatever is in my way. It takes high expectations, but not just, again, Pollyanna kind of thing, but with the resources and support and whatever else I covered up here, insight to make it happen. It takes quality programming, and I'm going to encourage people to look at the NARIN 9. You can see it online at the atriskeducation.net website, where they show you what the NARIN 9 is. There are 9 facets of a quality at-risk program. 9 different areas, meaning that if you do a good job at those 9 areas, the chances of success, meaning the chances of saving these kids, winning the battle to save our kids, our chances are increased dramatically. The fewer of the 9 you have, the worse your odds are. We need nurturing classrooms that heal victims and help engender, grow, encourage contributors to society. We need Angel-Warrior Educators. Angel-Warrior Educators. What does that mean? We need Angel-Warrior Educators, the awesome teacher. I know it's a little corny, but trust me, it's meaningful. And these are the characteristics. Now, obviously, teachers are, composite human beings that we're probably not going to have many people that are just these characteristics and not these. But my observations over time have shown that these characteristics are the ones that really bring out the best in students and that keep the teachers going. So we need teachers that are compassionate, who understand, comprehend what's going on in the kid's world, and reach out to that kid. We need to be in the present moment. Not like someday you do this because someday you'll see the rewards of this, kind of thing. Or oriented all in the past. Oh, I know you were hurt and abused, and that means that you shouldn't be held accountable for your behavior today. No, we're in the present moment. Angel educators are light beings. You can feel the lightness, Now that's light in terms of weight and light in terms of a kind of an exuding lightness. They're also gentle. Compassionate, gentle, realize that some of these kids are very fragile. And some of the ones that act really tough are actually fairly fragile. They may cover that up, but that doesn't mean they're not fragile on the inside. And the angel educators are focused on all the great things that are going to happen, that could happen, that might happen, that are happening. We're focused on the positivism because what we focus on expands. What we focus on expands. So we're going to focus on the positive to make that expand. Now let's look at the warrior educator. The warrior educator Oh, I've known a lot of these people. A lot of them are guys, not necessarily all, but a lot of them are guys. A lot of them are coaches, not necessarily all of them, but some of them are coaches. They are tough guys or tough gals. They've been through some stuff. They're scarred. Um, they may be a little battle weary, but they're very tough. They also have, as a result or byproduct, or maybe it causes the toughness, but they have a lot of street savvy knowledge. They know the streets. They understand maybe the workings of a gang, or they know how kids, what happens at night when the shades go down. They have insight into the interactions and interrelationships of kids and unsavory characters. They understand the jail system and the police's role, and et cetera, et cetera. Got a lot of practical knowledge. They can be street savvy in the schools as well. They are tough birds, man. They don't quit. They are relentless. And what helps with that is that they're focused on the goals. It sounds like a coach does. We're going to win this game, whatever it takes. We're going to win this game. We're going to have a winning season. You're a winning team. It's the same way. Our goal is to win. Our goal is to save these kids, and it's going to happen. Not a matter of if, just a matter of when. And of course, this all fits together. They see, the focus is what's the next obstacle. How do we get around it or over it or through it or under it? And then what's the next one after that? And what's the next one after that? And so forth, so on. So, of course, many teachers are a blend of these two. But the more of these facets that a teacher has, the more successful they're going to be with at-risk kids. So that's kind of the whole package. If we look at it, we've looked at the different definitions of at-risk. We've come up, where was I? We've come up with a definition talking about the dynamics of at-risk, meaning that we've got a mismatch between the school and what the student needs. And so therefore our focus on developing good efforts for these kids is to look at this mismatch. Where are the mismatches? What can we do about them? And those become a problem to be solved. Okay, so we've looked at that. Then we've gone on and we've talked about the kind of educator it takes. And I lost it. There we go. The Angel-Warrior Educators, the awesome teacher, and some of those characteristics that it takes. So we all have a lot of these characteristics. We just need to encourage them from each other, and we need to be willing to look at these aspects of ourselves and to nurture those, or to take the ones that are perhaps not present or in small seedling type stages and encourage those. We may have to go out and get new skills, workshops, conferences, consultants, reading, research. We're educators. We not only educate others, we educate ourselves as well. Of course, we should be the best student in the room. This is our career. This is what we do. This is our profession. And the more we can hang together and give each other support. So many of us are loners out there in little schools. The one at-risk teacher, and the one that other teachers look at askance, and I wonder why you would want to work with those kids. We need to network with each other. Hang on to each other, look for opportunities to do that. Loners burn out sooner or later. So we need to recognize each other and work together. And with that, I will say adieu. And hope this has all made sense. If not, you may email me at, here it comes, A-S as in Sam, D as in dog, Jones, at gmail.com. A S D Jones ASD Jones at gmail.com. Okay, enough. Okay, bye bye.